This episode of the Conscious Salon podcast is brought to you by Revlon Professional Australia.
Welcome back to the Conscious Salon podcast. Tess, we've got someone very special in the studio today. And this I feel even more special because I've watched your journey literally from the ground up. I've written you a little intro as well.
Thank you.
So from a literal garage setup to a full-blown salon empire in Melbourne's outer western suburbs, northern, western, cool.
Yeah. West side.
The west side,
exactly.
Is that still a thing?
Please don't do that.
I get hate for that, and I should, to be honest.
Today's guest is proof that grit, vision, and a little bit of chaos can build something massive. She's grown Lady in the Hair into an empire, leading a team of over 20 people and manufacturing her own lines of extensions. Not only is she known for her work behind the chair, she's also built an incredible online platform, and she is the creator of what might be the most important contribution to the Australian salon industry, Siggy's in the Salon Day.
Iconic.
So iconic.
I feel like we should make it a national thing.
It needs
I
to
literally
be.
have
National
written
Siggy
here,
and Salon Day.
which we're officially campaigning to be a national public holiday.
I swear it needs to be Siggy's in the Salon.
It's the best thing I've ever seen, which we're going to talk about in a second.
So good.
But this conversation isn't just about business wins. In 2025, her world was cracked open when she unexpectedly lost her beloved partner, Damian. And while raising 9 kids, yes, 9, she's been navigating grief while still showing up for her team, her clients, and her mission to keep changing the hairdressing industry. It's such a privilege to have you here today.
Thank you, guys.
Prue
You made me
Taylor.
feel really special.
You are special.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you
God.
for coming.
What a woman.
How does it feel hearing that?
I feel actually really good. I've been struggling this past couple of weeks. So to hear that, I'm like, maybe I'm doing something right, because losing Damian has been literally the hardest thing that's ever happened to me. And for the last probably 7 months, I haven't really cared about the salon too much. I've just been trying to get through life. And I've been doing my breath work and stuff like that. And I started feeling good. And I was like, right, I'm coming off the salon floor because I absolutely cannot deal anymore. And I just went into the salon hammer and tong, fixing everything, doing this, doing that. And I've crashed a little. It's like you hear the first year of grief, I think people tell you your body remembers things. And I'm like, as if, but it does. Yeah. So this week is my anniversary with Damian. It's also his birthday. And even though my head is like, I'm doing good, I'm doing so good, my body started I had full body pains. I've had everything. I've started crying again, yelling, so I've had to come back to myself and try and zen out a little. But yeah, it's been an interesting ride.
It really does, even hearing you say that. And it does, your body will have a way of slowing you down and almost like it's going to force you to stop and feel. And especially in that first year of grief and having so much connected in such a small period of time, like his birthday, your anniversary, they're really big thing, huge firsts.
Yeah.
And I think people that have experienced losing someone close, I can't imagine from your world of losing literally your soulmate. The first, usually the thing, it's like that, almost like you have that anticipation of, what's it actually going to look like? Am I going to, it's almost like we have this expectation of what grief will look like. I should look like this version, or it should be this, or it should be that. And then when we don't have that, when you can function through it, or if you are able to continue on, it can constantly make you feel like, I'm not sure if this is right or wrong or in between. But now hearing that your body's starting to put in things, and even before we got on, having that conversation of I might be emotional and this and that, just even I might be or I might not be, just that thing of either way, it's okay.
Yeah, you don't know, you really don't know what you're going to do. It is the most out of control emotion, grief, if grief is an emotion or whatever it is. But it's out of control. It's the first time in my life I haven't had full control of myself, and I've had to go, okay, I've had to make a conscious choice to go, no, you have to beat this. Yeah. You can't let this take you down. He wouldn't want you to. Yeah. And like, he was always really, really proud of me. He would say, like, everything you've achieved in your life, I'm so proud of you. And there's been days I just want to give up. I don't want the salons. I don't want to do anything, you know. But I think he wouldn't want me to do that. You got to keep going, you know. And so that's what I'm trying to do. It's really what I'm trying to do. And, you know, you get a lot of judgment as a widow. Like, I don't know if I'm a widow or not because, like, we weren't married or anything like that.
Oh, that's just a piece
you're
of
a
paper.
widow.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
you get so much judgment and you cop a lot of hate. Yeah. You
so
wouldn't think so,
sorry.
but you do. Yeah. And I feel like you're the easy target and no one really understands the pain you go through because you lose everything. I lost my whole family in terms of the family we had created together. You know, my 3 kids, I've got 4 kids in my home, but 3 of them don't have a dad because they're foster kids. They're my cousins, but their parents are not involved in their life. And he made that choice to be their dad. Yeah. I feel like, oh, they've lost a dad again, you know. There's so much, you know, I got a message from my mum today to say, hey, the deposit went through on your land. That's great. Like, I am happy because it's one less thing I don't have to worry about. But it's also a bit of a kick in the guts, yeah, because that was our future, yeah. And it's just coming in that week of anniversaries and stuff like that. So it's a lonely experience because I can't call my mum and be like this, that, the other. I can, but it feels like a bit like a burden because no one really understands that feeling. Yeah. So when I meet someone that's lost a partner, I like it, to be honest, because I feel like they do understand. And that's why I share so much on, I've got like a grief page. I turned my personal page into a bit of a grief page. It's only got like 2,000 followers. It's honestly, it's just a bit of therapeutic healing for me to share. But through that, I've met people, like I've met other widows and other people grieving. And that's been really nice to have. But it's also a little, I like making the content about him sometimes because
it's a really beautiful way to keep him alive.
Yeah.
And I see you in that. I haven't lost my partner, but I lost my best friend who was like, she was my soulmate. She was, and I went through that experience with her, and I don't, work was my escape and my outlet, but then I didn't know what to do with the grief. It's still there. It's nearly 9 years since it's 9 years. I think it just passed. And it's still there. You tap into that and that pain, that rawness, that drive to want to continue and honor that memory. Keep speaking about her like she's still here, and keep speaking about Damian like he's still here. And but it's a huge burden and like huge weight that you're holding, because not only are you having to be strong for you losing your partner, you're having to be strong for all these littles and all of these people that are around who are also looking for that. It's a massive thing. But I want to really take a minute for the fact that even just hearing you say that, you know, you're now wanting to create a page and a space for other people to come to, like, I feel like that if that doesn't really tell everyone who you are, and the fact that like you're copping any shit on that, fuck all of that.
I don't cop shit on that page.
No,
God, I don't cop shit on some people write some rude things.
It blows my mind the confidence people have behind a screen.
I know,
because you would never say that to someone in real life,
in their face.
But then also I think about the intent of thinking about like going and doing it. It's so bizarre. If you're a person that does that, just stop. It's so fucking weird. But the fact that you are still creating a space to have that and to like, I really feel like that is you summed up. Like that is a really beautiful, incredible aspect of like not only you as a human being.
Yeah.
I really want to celebrate that.
I feel like you ladies really see me.
We fucking
appreciate
see you, sis.
We
Like,
do.
it started with the ciggies in the salon.
You're like,
But
hang on a minute.
I was like, there she is. There's my girl.
Like, I love this
I
woman.
know. It's like, give me a Marlboro Red. I'm going down.
For anyone who doesn't know what Siggy's in the salon is,
I know.
can we give some context?
Yeah,
Because
okay.
we speak to hair and beauty. The beauty
Okay.
therapist would be like, "Oh my god,
They
I
couldn't
never."
handle that. The beauty therapist. Sorry, guys. But I used to have the garage salon,
Yeah.
and
So cool.
like I was a bit wild back then,
Yeah.
and then I'd always end up partying in the salon,
the best.
and then all of a sudden I remember one like Christmas, like 23rd of December. It's like to the girls I'd worked so hard. I was like, fuck it. Let's have a ciggy in the salon.
You've all done such a great job. Do you know what we need?
Get the cigarettes.
As soon as this day's ended, we're going to light a ciggy at the colour table, yeah?
So
Absolutely.
cool.
It's Winfield Blue time. I
I've never
understand.
seen a team get so excited.
It's exciting. It's naughty. And it's
Yeah,
like this,
it
like
is.
inside.
Yeah.
It's such a
You
big
can have a
thing.
ciggy
Yeah.
inside, and worse than that, at your workplace
That's
in
right.
the salon.
Boss
amazing.
says it's okay.
Yeah.
It's so
It's so
iconic.
amazing.
So then it just became an annual thing, and we would talk about it all year, and we just get excited for it. And even people who don't smoke will start to have a sickie.
Absolutely.
Look, it's probably not
gonna say.
fair work if
I was
you're
going to say
listening,
it's a work
please.
up a claim waiting to happen.
Yeah.
They're not going to give the address of the salon.
Nobody is forced to.
That's right.
And
It's open.
Absolutely don't have to, okay? But they love
But
it.
you're strongly invited.
Yeah,
to
Right.
see the
you know.
salon.
I'm coming this year.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
coming
like you
down.
should.
I think we need to open it up to the hair industry because so
Oh, yeah.
many people
Sorry. I'm
commented on
inviting
that,
myself.
saying this is so amazing. I haven't had a cigarette in 10 years, but all of a
Yeah.
sudden I want to smoke in your salon.
Watch
Yeah.
everyone like cough up a lung trying to like start again. It would be very humbling.
Worth it.
Love a sickie in the salon.
So Prue, you have two salons. You've
Yep.
got Lady in the Hair in Melton and
Yeah.
then you've got Lady in the Hair in Sunbury.
Yeah.
A team of over 20 people,
Mhm.
which is
Wow.
like insane.
Mm.
And then in 2025, your world was completely turned upside
Mhm.
down. And I think so many people in the hairdressing industry felt so connected to yours and Damian's story because of, like, I feel like I went on that journey with you guys and to see how special and connective your love was and how supportive he was of your business.
Yeah, he was. He loved the shit out of me, that man.
Mm.
Yeah, like that type of love you only get once in your life, yeah? He was literally my soulmate, yeah? And it's so weird the way the world works, yeah? Because when we were together, he would say, I can't believe how much we've achieved together in such a short time. I used to be like, all right, settle down. Like we've got the rest of our lives, yeah? But it was like he knew. He didn't, but it was like his soul knew, yeah? And he was just so happy to achieve all of these things. And he would say to me, no one's ever treated me as good as you have. And I was like, I'm just being normal with you. And like he would, I remember one day I had my bed t-shirt and it was a Metallica t-shirt and I just never had worn it in front of him before. And he said to the baby, is Mum wearing a Metallica t-shirt? This woman surprises me every day. Just little things, like just little things,
You could really see that authenticity between the two of
Yeah.
you. and that.
He's one of his funeral songs was, I don't know if you know it, it's called Heaven is a Half Pipe.
Oh my God. That's I do know that
Yeah.
song. Oh my God. That's going back to like the Tony Hawk days.
Yeah, it
like
is.
like jackassy sort of
It
days.
is. And that
It's-
is
yeah.
Damian. Yeah, that's Damian to a
Hysterical.
T. So he his password to get into his phone was 1080 backwards. And I never knew what that meant until his brother told me, 1080 is a skate
Skate
trick.
term,
And
yeah.
I was like, I didn't know that. Yeah. So I don't know why after he passed away, that song just popped into my head. And I was like, I have to
So
use that song.
iconic. Yeah.
Like that's him. He's up there riding his BMX bike, just loving life. Well, not life, the afterlife, but yeah.
I love that. Even the funeral directors must have been like, we haven't had this
had that
before.
I actually have the coolest funeral director.
How
I will
sick.
say, I recommend him to people now. He's actually,
How good.
he's a cool dude.
Wow.
I met him at, he was trying to get the license for his funeral home, and I was trying to get a license for something. We were both at the lawyers, and I met him, and he did my grandma. Then he did one of my staff members' brothers.
No way.
Yeah, so now he did Damian. He's like a friend now.
All right, well, shout out to him.
Yeah.
If anyone that's needing a
Yeah.
hookup.
If anyone passes away, reach out to me, guys. I've got contacts.
Condolences, but also get in the DMs. Prue, so for people who aren't aware of your story,
Mhm.
when you lost Damian in 2025, you lost him really unexpectedly. Whatever you're open to sharing with.
So I had a DHS appointment with the kids in the morning. So normally I'd be at work, but because the kids are in foster care, they just come and have meetings sometime. So they had a meeting. Damian had just got off night shift. I slept in, I think. I can't even remember. Anyway, I got up, run downstairs, got the kids ready. It was school holiday, so every child of ours was home. I didn't even look at him. I just ran downstairs, had the DHS meeting, come back up to have a shower, just looked at him and thought, no, he's not right. And he was gone.
Oh.
And so that's how shocking it was. Like I didn't expect it. And then, everything just unfolded from there. Like it's completely shattered my nervous system, because you don't expect I just thought we were going to spend the rest of our lives together, But, the night he passed away, I've shared it in some of my TikToks. He just said some of the most beautiful things. Like he said to my son, like, Bentley, I love you. And he's like, no, you don't understand, Bentley. I really love you. Yeah. Like just things like that. And he told me like, I can't wait to marry you, not because I feel I have to or because it's the next step and I should do it. He's like, I just really want to stand in front of God and our people and tell him how much I love you, So I feel like that's a blessing for me to be able to take that, just things like that. But I've been lately, the phase that I'm in with my grief is that I would do anything for it not to have happened, but it has happened, and I can't change it. And it's changed me as a person forever. I will never, ever be the person I was before. But I'm a better person now than I was before he passed away because I've walked the hardest days of my life and I've had to go internally into who I am and make the decision to get better, like I had days where I looked at myself in the mirror after he died and I didn't know who I was anymore. I've never, ever experienced that. And I thought, I didn't get out of bed. I didn't care about anything. Like this is going to be shocking when I say this, but I hoped that I would get diagnosed with a terminal illness because I didn't want to be a coward and take my own life, but I didn't want to live anymore because I just didn't. And that's such a selfish thing because I have my kids and I would never do that because I need to be their mum. But those were how hard some of the days were.
Wow.
And I found breathwork through Hope Cartel, and that has changed my life. It saved my life, to be completely honest with you, because I can't explain to you. If you haven't done breathwork, I can't explain to you why it saved my life and how it helped. You have to do it to sort of know. But it just released so much from me and it helped me get to the next point. And I think it's opened my mind as well, especially through losing Damian. When you lose someone so close to you, you start to question life. What is life? What is the meaning of life? What happens after you pass? And it's a little woo-woo spiritual, but that's where I am now. That's where life has taken me. And the breath work has helped in that space.
It opens up a different layer, I think, to most people. Like whether you use it as a preventative tool to keep your nervous system at bay or whether it's something for release and to deal with grief. And you're doing more of, like I know you said before, that you're doing more of the 9D breath, which is that really intentional breath work journey designed to help you release is so powerful for so many people.
Yeah, it really is. And I've had the opportunity to go down and hold space for people in a group setting. Twice I've done it. And even that is healing. Oh my God.
Oh, it's so powerful.
Like it is so powerful. It is beautiful. I can't thank the guys enough for letting me in on that. Like, it's an honor to be a part of that space and to help people. And like, you know, I remember how I felt the first time. Even when I still go, I still feel nervous because you don't know what you're going to experience on that day. And I see these people come in and I feel like through my lived experiences with losing Damian and just being in hairdressing as well, I've got that skill of being able to read people a little bit and make people feel at ease. So that's my kind of role when they rock up, I feel. And like, it's a privilege, because you see these people come in so scared, but when they leave, they're like a brighter new human.
It's so incredible, isn't it? I think it's still like one of our biggest, that's why we got into facilitating, because it is such a privilege to be in those rooms with that energy, because no matter what you can go in and be like, I'm not going to break, I'm going to be, or like, I'm going to set this intention, this is what I'm going to get out of it. And when you close your eyes and you're in your breath and it doesn't matter, you can't control it. There's, you know, body responses, there is energy that comes out, there is like, you can feel it in the room, it's palpable. It's like people can be having incredible experiences, they can be releasing trauma. The fact that you've gotten so much out of it and it's been such a incredible support for you during this period, and now where I can hear taking it, because I don't think this is something that you're only going to do as someone. I truly think now you're going to be stepping into this as you should, because I can hear that passion and that love for it.
Do you know, but when you were saying that with not facilitating necessarily, but being in the realm of it and witnessing it, really, at our retreats when we run breathwork journeys, like the big journey that you're talking about, we called Tay, one of our team members, in recently. Usually she'll just shoot a bit of content and sort of sit on the sidelines. And at our last retreat, we said, come in and offer touch to the people who are laying and really be a part of it. And she was so unbelievably emotional, just witnessing everyone's journeys and everyone's emotional releases. And it's such a powerful, incredible thing to do.
There's so much healing in it.
Absolutely.
I'm so glad
so
to
much
hear.
healing. Like, I cried the first time because of there was something that was going on there. And it's funny, you know, each breath work is different. Yes, for yourself when you breathe, but when a group of people are breathing as well, it's different. The first one was different. I was real nervous at the start because I was picking up everyone's energy. The second one, I was more chill. The room was more chill, but they had a huge release on the second one. Like, it's incredible. And I'm constantly like, I have a Saturday off every once a month, but they're always interstate doing breath work, so I can never go on those ones. So I'm going to Gippsland in a few weeks. I was like, Gary, I don't care, I'm coming.
Absolutely.
He's like, Prue, it's a big day. I'm like, I don't care.
Well, and even I guarantee, like, it's always different every time. So like, and hearing that, like, that's often the thing, people try and like guard themselves and all of those things, but when you actually, like, all your senses are gone, you're in your breath, you can't control it, your control's gone. Hearing that one person that will release, then that can create that opportunity for other people, and then suddenly that whole energy can shift like that. Oh my gosh, yes.
And it's like a spiritual thing. They're all there together doing something. Like on my second, because I've only ever done one-on-ones, I've never done group sessions when I've breathed personally.
Really?
No, I've never breathed in a group.
Wow.
So I've only breathed.
Oh, you should breathe in a group.
Yeah, I know I should. You know what's hard for me is I come out of it not the greatest. So for the next couple of days, because my nervous system is all over the place, I can be all over the place. So it takes me a little while to regulate. So this time I've booked in a down regulation a little bit afterwards, so I can sort of.
You are our girl. I'm telling you. I'm falling in love. I think I'm very smitten with Prue.
Thank you. But yeah, this is. I do want to become a facilitator. I told Gary that. I said, and he was like, I think he's like, Prue, just chill out here a little bit, you know. But I definitely do want to, because for no other reason, just like I love being around the space. I love helping other people. I love that, you know, when you've spoken to someone else who's done it and they're like, yep.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get it. You're like, I see you.
We're like a little cult.
Yeah, that's what.
If you know, you know, and if you don't, well, get to a class.
Yeah, and do you know your kids any breathwork techniques?
So, okay, it's funny you say that. I was in the bathroom the other day and my son is watching 5 Nights at Freddy and he goes, oh, Mum, these people need to breathe. They need to do breath work.
Yes,
And I
doll,
was
yes.
like, okay.
Yes.
So
Love that.
they do, Gary's going to start facilitating the kids because I
so
said to
good.
him, one of my kids is got a lot of disabilities and he is going to struggle through life. He does now. And I really think that the breath work is going to be amazing for him. So I do want to get him in that. They haven't done it yet, but it's something I'm open to because I think they need it. Yeah. Like it's the medicine. Yeah. And
we've got some kids' breathwork videos. I'll send them to you.
yeah,
after.
good. Because I definitely think they need it. John definitely needs it. And also, you know, like I was never taught to regulate myself
Yes.
emotionally. So I didn't realize that someone could have taught me that 20 till 40. So I'm trying to teach my kids that now because I think that's such an important lesson. And if I can give them this gift, man, they're going to dominate in the world. Yeah.
It's yes, more of that. Like, and that's the thing. I think it's so needed in our, like my son's one, and when he's dysregulated, the best way for me to soothe him, it's not by telling him it's okay and to smile and to do this and the other. It's to hold him and breathe with him,
co-regulate,
and
with
he
him.
will regulate together.
Yeah,
because it's something we're not taught, and we just assume, or you know, people. You don't put the importance on it, but you can truly change your entire nervous system makeup purely through
breathing,
focusing on your breath.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
I know.
Will completely change
It's
your makeup.
crazy stuff.
We're all
Really?
going to start. I love it.
Like they really should be teaching us this stuff in school. Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah. We bring this into the salon with our team as well.
you do.
Even though, you know what's funny? I was talking to someone the other day, a salon owner, and she was really passionately telling me, like, my team's regulation is not basically not my responsibility, which I so understand. And it is that question of, you know, do we cross over that boundary of how much do we go out of the realm of being someone's employer at the end of the day? We brought in mindfulness and regulation practices about 10 years ago, and then really seriously about 5 years ago. And all these things that we were learning that was life-changing for us. And then obviously we went and got certified, but we brought it into our team because as hairdressers and as beauty therapists, we need to learn how to regulate our nervous system. We're empaths. We carry so much energy. We absorb people's energy. And if we see 20 people a day, we're absorbing 20 people's energy. And even if that feels too woo-woo for some people, even just holding conversations of people who are sitting in your chair who are going through divorce, grief, you know, so many different things, fertility journeys, like people around them passing away, having illnesses, all different things. We're absorbing those conversations every single day. And it's that old, like, lifelong joke of my hairdresser's my therapist. That is so much to hold, and we don't actually learn and get trained on skills of how to deal with that. And so you've got people who are 20 years old standing behind the chair holding these fucking high level conversations with no tools and also no support of how do I switch off from that when I go home at the end of the day.
Honestly, everything you just said is such a massive conversation within our industry that if we could get this type of stuff into trade schools, we would change lives.
Oh my God, we need to go into trade schools.
Oh my gosh, we do.
Yeah, we literally do.
Wow. Are we going to
look at me?
like,
I was just like, yes, we do.
All three of us.
No,
Our new business
we're
partner,
looking at you
Prue Taylor.
for being like, are we lost?
I actually think as an industry, that's what started the Conscious Salon. We just started by literally wanting to help people to regulate. That's all we wanted to do. And then it had obviously changed different directions so many times. But I think it's an epidemic in our industry. And the salon owners, and especially for you, Prue, the last 7 months, what you've faced, like literally staring down the barrel of the gun and having to keep yourself regulated, and then having not a team of 2, a team of 20 people who suddenly their leaders stepping to the side. And I also think there's something really powerful in that of taking a pause and taking a moment to show your team that when you're not okay, you step away. And it's really interesting when you announced that you were coming off clients, I found it so powerful because as salon owners, if a team member experienced what you experienced, immediately we'd say to them, you're going to take 3 months off and, you know, then we'll reassess. Maybe it's 6 months. It'd be no questions asked. We would never expect them to be back behind the chair within a few months. And then for ourselves, there's that feeling of like this performative job that we have where we have to just dust off and get back out there.
Yeah.
And I think people, if they're not in the industry, they don't understand the performative nature of our industry. And I saw this for Tess when she was grieving her best friend.
Mm-hmm.
She literally was like, went, to her best friend in palliative care, said goodbye, and then came and did clients 2 hours later. Like, it's so fucked up how performative we are in our industry. I want to share this with your permission.
Mm-hmm.
So every guest that we have on the Conscious Salon podcast, we ask them to fill out a pre-questionnaire prior to recording. And I really want to share this because I think this sums up how grief feels in a performative industry. And I think if you haven't been a hairdresser or a beauty therapist, I'm going to cry. If you haven't been in a performative industry, I don't think you can understand it. You're actually the first guest I've ever felt nervous for to record a podcast because we've literally interviewed some of the biggest names in our industry, and I felt really nervous to interview you because
she really loves the ciggies in the salon. I do. Sorry.
Watching your story unfold with Damian, I really didn't want to fuck this up.
Yeah.
It's such a sensitive story. And when I read this, if I can read it, when I read this, I just was so blown away by how incredibly articulate you are and how beautifully you captured this feeling. Is it okay if I share?
Yeah, please.
Losing my partner 7 months ago is the hardest thing I've ever had to endure. The trauma and the shock of how he passed, and then the reality of it setting in changed me forever. I've had days where I thought of taking my own life. Because I honestly didn't know how I would get through the day. I contemplated closing my salons many times over the last 7 months. I pushed myself to go back onto the salon floor when I wasn't ready. I would break down mid-client and have to leave, or I'd make it through the day of clients and be emotionally exhausted and get home to my kids and just crawl into bed. One day I just decided enough was enough. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't be this sad forever. It wasn't fair on my kids and it wasn't fair on myself. So I took a step back from the salon floor. I started putting back into myself. I made the decision to beat this, no matter how hard it was. I stared grief straight in the eye. I know Damian would want me to find my love for my salons again because he was so proud of me. I use this to drive me on the days that missing him is a little louder than normal. And I think the way that you've captured how it feels in a performative industry to be going through something personally is just so unbelievably powerful, especially for people who aren't in our industry and don't know how that feels. What comes up for you hearing that?
I think, honestly, you know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about my team. And I was thinking about when they've got something going on and you see it affect them in their work. It's really hard because as a business owner, you can't have that. Yeah, but you want to do everything you can to try and fix it. And you get told, leave it at the door. I've been guilty of saying that. Yeah. And there has been days I've had to leave it at the door. Yeah. Because I have to. Yeah. I have rent to pay in my salons. I have wages to pay. I've got things to do. Life goes on. Yeah. But I want to find the answer, I want to work out what is the right thing to do in this situation. When people are mentally struggling because of something that's going on, not everyone has the opportunity to just go, I'm just going to work on my business and only do 1.5 days a week on the salon floor. I do have that because I'm 25 years in, I've done all this work, right? But your apprentice that is 3 years in and has got shit going on, she doesn't have that. Yeah. But as a business owner, how can I change that? I don't know the answer. But that's what I was thinking during that time.
Yeah.
And I know that was all about Damian and my story and all of that, but I live that every day. So that's normal for me. Yeah. And I was also thinking, it's been really hard. It's been hard. But like I said to you, I'm a better person now than I was before. I'm a stronger person. Yeah. And in the last couple of days, I'm back to crying in the car. I didn't cry on the way here because I didn't want to mess up my makeup. So I just didn't listen to any music. But, you know, I tell myself now, because I know my thoughts are my most powerful thing I've got. And I have to say, it's not getting you today, Prue. Yeah, you're not giving up. Just keep going. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
You are so fucking powerful. Like, just
Incredible.
listening to that. I've read it and it got both Nick and we were talking about it last night, just how powerful that was. And I think, like, even hearing it then, it was still hitting. But the power and the fact that what I can really hear in your power is that Damian's now such a huge motivator for you to continue on, to keep going, to it's funny because that thing of feeling like you can't go on, that person not being here anymore, and I get it. I get it's like a limbo. You haven't gone with them, but you don't feel like you're living anymore. You're just existing, and it's fucked until you go through it. You won't understand that feeling, and I don't understand it to your level, but I see you in that. But then what I can hear with that is that hearing the way that you speak about yourself, like if this hadn't have happened, this version of you wouldn't be here. This, powerful, conscious, incredible woman. Not saying you weren't those things prior, but not to this level.
No.
And it's almost where we can start. I don't like the word silver lining because I think that shit's thrown around, like when people are like it's a journey. Like it's all just words. But I can hear that determination to continue and to keep going and to keep getting better and to keep continuing.
Yeah. It's
there.
It's hard to find the words, and I can see that you're struggling to find the words, and I do as well.
Yeah.
That's why I started off by saying I would do anything to make sure that if I could take that Damian was here again, I would do that and be the person I was before. Yeah. But that's not the reality of my existence anymore. So I have to make the best of this situation. Yeah. And some days I feel guilty for being this sad because I think Damian has a 9-year-old son that doesn't have a dad anymore. Yeah. And that breaks me. I hate that. Yeah. I watch I don't want to talk about his kids on here because I'm not their biological parent, but I hate that. I hate that. But I will say about the girls and the salon, both the girls work in the salon. I love the girls. They're like an extension of their dad. They're just beautiful. And he was the type of person that he has the weirdest sense of humor, yeah? He's the type of guy that says the inappropriate joke when you shouldn't say it. And like you'll have a fight with him about it because he shouldn't have said that, yeah? But it's funny, yeah? He is funny. And they're exactly the same. And that humor has got them through his passing. And it's got me through it, yeah? And we've copped a bit of flack with it sometimes because we'll make social media things and people will be like, oh, that's so disrespectful. I'm like, well, he would laugh.
He would.
I did see you talking about, like, insinuating that you'd gone home and shagged each other in front of Dakota, I think, in the salon.
No, not in front of Dakota. What, we talked?
Oh, no, you didn't shag in front of Dakota. Sorry, no, I mean you're talking about it in front of Dakota.
Oh, yeah, we talked about it.
Yeah,
he started that, to
Very
be
poor
honest.
choice of words there on my end.
Like, the first time he would talk about things like that in front of his kids, I was mortified. But then it was, like, contagious.
Yeah.
And you could just see how uncomfortable they were, so you just kept doing it more. It was actually quite funny.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But Dakota, I think I know what video you're talking about.
And you say, all I've got is my memories.
Yeah, all I got is my memories, Dakota. And I zoomed in on her head because she was like,
It's amazing.
Yeah.
But that's the way that you honor. Like, he would laugh, as you said. Anyone that thinks, like, this is what I mean. It's an expectation, what it should look like, what you should say, what you can't say. fuck all that. You just feel how you feel. And like, if you're going to judge someone on that,
Then
that says so much about you.
Yeah.
Like, I just absolutely cannot. I love that wicked sense of humor.
yeah, but even his littlest child has it.
It's the best.
Yeah, like we went, he'd been passed away not that long. We went to Woodgrove to get some shopping and we were with my nieces and all this. And anyway, he wanted to sit in the front. And we were like, nah, so-and-so sitting in the front. He's like, well, my dad died. And we were like, all right, get in the front.
Well, you played that card.
Get in the front then. You're in the dead dad club. Get in the
That's
car.
right.
Yeah?
Exactly.
And so this one makes me really proud about having the girls in the salon is I listen to Dakota do her consultations with her clients and stuff like that. And I know how proud he would be of that. Or I watch how ambitious Deegan is. She does my social media and honestly, she does a bit of everything. I had her washing extensions on the weekend. I had her doing everything. And she never worked in the salon before he passed away. It's only since he's passed away that she started working in the salon. And he would be so proud. He would love that they're around me and in the salon and part of it and stuff like that.
Oh,
and I just love having him around because it's like having him. Yeah. Like, I love it.
That's so beautiful. I can just hear all of you really, like, the most beautiful part of that is you're all united and together.
Yeah.
And connecting to each other to continue. And like, what a fabulous way of honoring him.
Yeah.
And having that continue on. Beautiful.
It's for his birthday this week. We're going out for lunch together, the whole crew. So all my kids, all Damian's kids.
You need the tour bus.
Yeah. So it's not often that we'll get us all together at the same time. So when we do, it's a pretty big deal.
Wow.
And we're going to we don't know exactly what we're going to do yet, but we're going to release some balloons and stuff like that.
Yeah, beautiful.
The girls want to make a TikTok about, the things that would send my dad into a coma if he knew what had happened since he passed. So we're going to do a couple of those because we've got some pretty funny things to share.
Oh my God, yes. So good.
Yeah, so we're going to do that.
What beautiful. He's up there listening to, what is it, the half pipe, the 1080 half pipe song and watching all this and loving it. That's a beautiful way to honour him.
I
Love
think
it.
so.
Prue Taylor, you are just such an incredible and brave and transparent human being, and you have helped so many people online from sharing your story. And there's so much more that I know that's coming from you. I want to talk about what you've got coming up because you've got a really exciting workshop.
Yes, I do. I've got my first WEF masterclass. It's only a little small class, but I'm happy, because I was just about to rip the Band-Aid off on that business just before Damian passed. So it's a slow burn and I'm not pushing myself too much, but I just thought, just do it. Book it, get it done, do it. So it's this weekend and it's going to be great.
So exciting. Oh, hell yeah.
So for anyone who doesn't know, you have your own, you're like an extension extraordinaire and you guys do such an incredibly large clientele of extensions.
Yeah, we do.
Which is amazing. And you've talked about the fact that it's a game changer for people in our industry. I think so many people who are listening to this maybe don't know the potential of what it can do for obviously their clients' confidence and things like that, but also for their business from a profit lens.
Yeah, it definitely is a great profit for your business. But for me at the minute, I need purpose in my work. Yeah. Because like you said, the breath work, you can see that passion in me with that. But my business is hair. Yeah. So I was like, I need to find that type of feeling in here. So I'm starting hair loss.
So good.
Yeah. Wow. I'm going to do the Sculpt. I'm doing the Sculpt 360 at the end of March because that's purpose in my work. Yeah. I can have that feeling of being able to transform people and make them feel good, which makes me feel good, which is everything. Yeah. Wow. I also think that in the hairdressing industry, big salons are like going to become a thing of the past. I'm scared of. I don't want that to happen. So I feel like I need to niche down a little bit so that I can have more big ticket clients so that I still can be a big salon and employ all these people and be the community hub and do all of those things. So yes, hair extensions are a massive game changer for your salon, but they're a massive game changer for your client.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
think even hearing that as I'm postpartum bitch, I've got all the hair losses. I feel like washing my hair now is like almost traumatic.
Yeah.
So hearing that, I'm like, yes, that is so what's needed, not just from a postpartum lens, but from even things like we've got so many more people on different medications, weight loss drugs. No one talks about their shedding that comes with that.
Yeah.
I lost all my hair from a weight loss drug.
So did I.
Yeah.
Well, I
lost 22 kilos, but like 22,000 hairs as well.
Yeah. That was the that's sort of I've been on and off with hair extensions for years in my own hair, but I've never really struggled with thin hair until I had weight loss surgery and got skinny and then got bald. And I was like, well, that's not fun.
You trade one for the other.
I'm trying to be beautiful. I'm going to be beautiful when I'm bald. I'm Homer Simpson. I've got 3 strands on the top. So that
is smart though. Just even with niching down, I'm like that is the shit where this is where you're revolutionary, like iconic behavior again. But that is like, that's super smart, super cool. Honestly, listen, if you're not listening and inspired by Prue, I don't know what you're doing, clean your ears out.
Agree.
Blink your eyes open.
Where's
So
the best
cool.
place for people to find you, Prue?
Yes.
So you can find me on TikTok,
Mm-hmm.
Lady in the Hair. Well, it's _ Lady in the Hair because I accidentally got locked out of Lady in the Hair and I can't get back in.
Oh, no.
But I had like no followers and whatever. Then I made this one and it's awesome and I love it. I love making content. I especially love making funny content. I think I'm a comedian.
She is.
I need to share this story though. So,
Go.
how old are you guys? If you don't mind me asking.
21.
35 or 35? 34 and 36.
So I'm 40. I grew up watching Nickelodeon, right?
Yeah.
You know Nick Kid? Are you a Nick Kid?
Yeah.
I think I spoke about this on Caitlin's podcast.
Yeah.
But do you remember they used to go around and be like, hey, my name's so-and-so and I live in wherever. That was literally the first influencer, yeah? And I wanted nothing more than to be a Nick Kid.
You wanted to be a Nick Kid,
So I'm living my Nick Kid dreams
Every
on
day.
TikTok. I love it. Like
I love that.
That's what I'm here for, yeah?
Yes.
So you can find me on TikTok. That's where I do
Stunning.
my best work.
Yep.
And you can find my hair stuff on Instagram.
Yeah. Perfect.
I will say, Prue, I consume very little social media.
Yeah.
You are someone that I will always look for on social media
Thank
to
you.
consume your content because I
Yeah.
find everything that you have to say, you go so deep, so funny, so entertaining. There's so much depth to what you do while also being one of my favorite people to watch on social media.
You
So
guys are the best.
No, I
Thank
think
you.
it's you really do. You create you're so authentic, and I think that's the thing. There's no performative. It's not.
I'm literally, that's who I am.
Yeah.
I wear my heart on my sleeve and what you get is what you see. That rubs some people the wrong way. It's taken me to 40 to work that out, but I don't care
No.
because this is who I
obsessed,
am. Yeah. And
Well, you are fabulous.
thank
it
you.
lands with the right people.
100%.
It does. It definitely does.
Oh,
Yeah.
Prue
thank you so
Taylor,
much,
thank
Prue.
you.
Thank you so
for
much,
being
guys.
here.
It's
Thank
been
you.
incredible.
Oh, what a
Thank
gift!
you.
That's special. This is save this to your favorites. This is a really special one. Thank you so much
Thank
for
you so
sharing
much,
with
Thank you.
us.
Thank you for sharing so vulnerably, and thank you for sharing such a sacred part of your relationship with Damian. It's not something that we take lightly,
Thank you.
and we really appreciate you being here today.
Thank you.
We're all going to go and play.
Play
What's the song again?
Season Salon?
No, God. I love that.
Heaven is a
Heaven
Heaven is a
half
half
pipe,
pipe.
thank
If you
you.
haven't
It's a
listened to
half
it, it's iconic. Get
Everyone's
on it.
gotta be
Have a
listening to it
ciggy
now.
while you're listening.
Exactly.
To
In the salon.
I don't even smoke ciggies, but I'm going to go get
We're
some.
going to
That's
get
right,
some.
we are.
Absolutely. The vapes are fine as well.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening to another episode of the Conscious Salon podcast.
Love you guys. Stay conscious.